Hey y'all, today I was wanting to share with you again because a lot of people haven't heard the story about how I met my husband, and just tell you about us, because I know there's a lot of interest in him. He is a very sweet person, and I know that y'all care about him and would like, if you haven't heard the story, then I'll tell you again. But first, I wanted to show you, I got a gift from Jill. And what it is, if you've heard one of the last few videos, I have a tree that is, I call it the holiday tree. I just started it at this past Christmas. I got the tree on a sale after Christmas, and so for every holiday, like Easter, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, and so on, I decorate it with little decorations from that holiday. So Jill sent me this to put on the tree for the 4th of July, and I think it is going to be so cute with these cute decorations on it. And there's the stars, hat, flag, hearts, circles. Anyway, it's so pretty, and it's going to be so much fun using this to decorate the tree. So Jill, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. And if you wonder where I'm sitting, I'm on the floor in my living room. This is the couch behind us, and this is the barn door from the living room into the dining area of the kitchen. So anyway, I'll tell you my story. I'll push the camera back just a little bit. Okay, I believe I had just graduated from beauty school, and a friend of mine, a girl, and I, we were best of friends, and I went with her over to her uncle's house for some reason, and I think they were going to change the oil in my car. But anyway, we went over there, and I was sitting on the porch, and so this really good looking guy from next door came over, and it was Randy. And I thought, oh my goodness, I didn't know they could pack so much handsome into one package. He was really a handsome guy, and he had this voice that was just make you melt. And it turned out he had been a DJ at one time, a disc jockey, and he was just cute as could be. He was a little on the thin side. His waist for his jeans was 28, so that was, I thought, he needs somebody to fatten him up. And so anyway, I was pretty heavy at that time, and I just never had interest from a man in me. I'm assuming because of my weight, or I guess it could have been a lot of reasons, but that's just what I assumed. But anyway, so in the course of being there that day, and it was having the oil change, because I remember him going over and talking to one of the guys that was changing the oil. But he came over and started talking to me, and we talked about a whole lot of nothing, you know, just general talk. But I thought, well, that's so nice of him to come over and talk to me. And so we talked for a while, and then I needed to go, so I left. And a couple days later, I was looking for my girlfriend, and I thought way back then people didn't have cell phones like they do now. And so I couldn't just call her on the cell phone. So I called her uncles to see if she was there. And her uncle said, well, she's not here, but do you remember Randy? And I thought, do I remember Randy? And I told him yes. And he said, well, he would like to talk to you and take you out sometime. And I thought, oh my goodness. I couldn't believe it. So I was on cloud nine, and he got on the phone, and so we talked for, I don't know, maybe a couple hours, and the talking just flowed so naturally, and you know, we just talked. And so he invited me on a date, and I don't remember, it was probably a few days later we went on the date, and I just was really taken by him. And so we had our date and said goodbye, and then he asked me if I wanted to go on a second date, or, you know, called me up and asked for a second date, and I said yes. So we would talk every day on the phone and stuff, but we went on our second date. And on the second date, he asked me to marry him. And I know that is like really, really quick. But, and I'm not saying that that's for everybody to accept and do at all, because it's not. But for years after I divorced my first husband, and I had my two daughters, Autumn and Holly, from my first marriage, and for like 6 years, I was like, I'm happy being single. I had had enough of married life. My first husband spoiled me of ever wanting to get married again. It was a terrible marriage. And so then, not too long before I met Randy, I decided that I was ready to get married again, and I asked God to give me a husband, and I named a few things to God that I wanted in a husband. And so, skipping forward just a little bit, God gave me the things I wanted in a husband with Randy, plus he gave me some things I didn't even think to ask for. And so anyway, back to the story. We got married, I want to say 2 or 3 months after he told me that, or asked me to marry him. And I was just in bliss, marital bliss. And I think my husband was too, Randy. We just really enjoyed being together. Got along so well, and all that. And that was July 22nd, 1988 that we got married. And my girlfriend that lived, I'm in North Carolina, my girlfriend that lived in South Carolina said we could get married at her house, and in South Carolina, a notary public could marry you. So she had a notary public be there that day, and I had a wedding dress made. It was just, my colors were peach and cream, and I had a peach colored satin dress, and I don't think it was satin, taffeta. It was a peach-colored taffeta dress, and then my girls had cream-colored taffeta dresses, and then Randy had cream-colored pants and a peach-colored shirt, button-down shirt. And so we went to my girlfriend's in South Carolina, and we got married, and all it was my girlfriend and her children. Not even sure if her husband was there. But then I had another girlfriend and her 2 children that came up from North Carolina. And then my mother, and then my children, and me and Randy. So it wasn't hardly anybody there, but to me it was the most special, beautiful time. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I just really loved it. And so we got married, and my husband at the time that we got married was a furniture inspector for First Singer Furniture and then Kincaid Furniture. And I worked in beauty shop, and I can't really think. My children went to school, and we just had a normal, everyday life, and nothing exciting. I've always enjoyed just being simple and boring. I think that's just the best way to stay out of trouble and enjoy your life, is not to be extreme, because sometimes if you get carried away with what you do in life, you hurt yourself, and sometimes you can hurt other people, and I don't want to do that. But anyway, if we would go on vacation, we would take my mom with us always, and that really made her feel good. But the only place we ever went on vacation was Cherokee, and we always enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun, and we would go trout fishing. Randy and I would go trout fishing quite a bit before we had our son Caleb, and that was just a lot of fun to do that. I really enjoy fishing. And so I'm trying to think. There's really nothing else that I can think of, but that's just how Randy and I got together. And I enjoyed sharing it with you, and I hope you enjoyed listening. And just take care and have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.